So, dude, TLS here. So, I just got done doing, a deathmatch game after doing the first impressions video of doing the Ricochet game mode. This is called Deathmatch now, and it's on actually a new map called Veteran. I don't know if that's like a reference to something else, but it doesn't seem familiar. But long story short is this game mode is so much better than the other one. And actually, I've enjoyed playing it. It was fun to play. Granted, it was a little too different for me because I was trying to destroy a base and I was just sitting there just like, why aren't you fucking dying? And then another base just got murdered one shot. That's not cool. There's a Covenant ability that lets you one shot bases, and that's kind of fucked up. You'll see that a little bit later in the. You'll definitely see it a little later in the video, because if you remember like the cleansing beam of fucking death from the Prophet from Halo Wars 1, it was just like this big old beam that would just ruin everyone's lives. Now imagine 4 of them or 5 of them coming all together and just raping a base. Like, it's just like date rape. It's no fun. It's not a good thing. That's a little overpowered. You cannot have an ability to fucking one shot to base, and then you can have this ability where you can circle a bunch of ODST and stuff, or your whole unit, and then the Pelicans will like strafe them. That's pretty cool. You'll see that twice and murder my army twice. The first time I had no idea what the fuck was going on, because I thought it was just people dropping people on top of my army. I'd be like, okay, that's a dumb thing, they're just gonna come into the slaughter spree. But instead, no, it's just my guys just got pulled, just bent over a barrel and just fucked. It was bad. So I lost my whole army. Then my teammate was kind of bad this game. He was just sitting there massing his army when I was trying to like actually not do that. I was trying to destroy as many bases as I could in a short amount of time, besides in this beginning portion. So what I've seen is that there's a hell of a lot less rushing in this game. This game's actually a 31-minute game, so I got a lot to fucking talk about. And we might cut out some things here and there, but I probably won't because I'm lazy. But essentially what I learned is that snipers are the best early game, because people don't understand, because you can't rush tanks anymore. You can't rush vehicles besides like warthogs. Even that you need the first upgrade, which is kind of dumb. But yeah, snipers just ruin all infantry units, especially if you get the upgrade, which is a tier 3 tech, but that's off. But if you just have 4 or 5 snipers within an army of like 6 or 7 marines, you're pretty good. Like, you can't get taken out by any army group, because as long as you have like the infantry upgrades are huge in this. Not because there's not that many like upgrades themselves for the thing. There's not like, you can have canister shell, you can have all this shit, you can have the RPG ability, you can have all this basic bitch shit. But like, I don't understand, they took out stuff that's fun to upgrade, like, oh, here you can have all these activated abilities that I don't know if they even fucking work, because I tried doing them and then it's just like, you know what, nah, I don't want to do that. But instead, they just gave you like, here's 15% more damage, cause go fuck yourself. Like, okay, cool, thanks. But the coolest part, I feel like, here's my snipers right there. They're all invis. I like the effect, and like I said in the last video, the fucking visuals in this game are amazing. And here's a little skirmish between my roommate, not my roommate. I have no fucking idea who that dude is. Between my teammate and some other douchebag, the other guy. I think that was Red, right? Yeah. And a lot of this has actually. It takes forever to get your economy on track. I don't know if it's just me that's not getting the economy on track, or I'm doing something wrong, but it just takes so long to get everything going, and I was still getting upgrades through the 30-minute mark, to pretty much till the end of the game, which is cool, because in the other one, I feel like you could upgrade everything within 15 minutes, and it'll just be a Duke Fest, which was fun, because then you'd just be, that's all strategy at that point. There's no just people saying, well, I'm just going to set up a million fucking Cobras and snipe your base, because that didn't happen ever. It did once, but that's not a thing. We don't talk about that. Fun story short. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is I grab my expansion. I don't know if I'm supposed to grab the expansion, but I did anyway, and I'm just starting to get all the things I can and grabbing all the little ones. I took the mini 2 base slot, which was a little to my left of my base, and I take another mini base, which is actually a 1 base slot, which is off in the middle of the fucking cornfield. Then if you look at my teammate, sounds like someone just like walked in my house. That's creepy. I don't like any of that. And if you look at my teammate, he actually got tier 2 tech right away, so he basically mainlined that and is rushing that, so he ends up getting hunters and he goes all choppers. So he went for a chopper rush, which is essentially a warthog rush but with choppers. People used to do that all the time in Halo Wars 1 when it first came out, because that was the thing to fucking do and just ruin everyone's day. But it ends up working for the most part. We take out 1 base with it, but it doesn't work too well after that because he is just wrecked. Because we get ahead of our enemies because they don't do anything. They just sit there and just build their armies. In this, you gotta expand. There's the 2 slot mini base right there. It's a 300 supply thing. I'm also collecting all the resources I can. I got a good supply of generators and fucking supply pads, so I'm doing well on the economy front so far. And that's my first expansion, and it sits like that. That size of the base. I accidentally built barracks, so I was like, shit, and I had to fucking get rid of it, and that's the best part. The explosion effects are pretty cool, but it says an enemy destroyed your base. Is like, nah, man, I destroyed that. And someone took, this is them taking, they took their own little power generator. I was like, fuck those resources. I'm actually like, JK, lol, I got this, because it's only one guy, so I'm just like, I collect the resources, I go back and ruin that dude's day, and that's me upgrading to my second tier 2 tech, and getting a supply pad. No, I get the garage, which ends up becoming huge later in the game, and the supply pad, and another generator. So essentially what you need, you can either go a fuck ton of like supply pads. Oh, here's getting my powers. So I get the move fast speed, I get the super max blast, and I go straight for ODST. ODST drop actually helps me later in the game, and I get the other tier 5 power, which is the ODST assault group drop, which drops 2 squads of ODST, a Scorpion and a Cyclops, and it saves my ass like 3 or 4 times. It's so fucking cool. Of course, I have to get Jerome, because hashtag Jerome is dope, and he likes to win the life. And then this is me losing my little middle power thing. I was like, well, that sucks. So I run up there and see what happens. I think my teammate actually helps me for the first time this whole game. That's me just cycling through, not understanding what the fuck I'm doing. I have never used the loaders yet. I don't know what they're for. I think they're just for collecting resources. And I don't... Actually, don't quote me on that. I don't know if that's true. This is getting the first infantry upgrade, which I believe is going to help me immensely for this next fight. I don't go for flamers for the first time ever playing Halo Wars, because usually when you played Halo Wars 1, you'd be like, oh shit, I'm playing against a cutter, so he's going to go hashtag infantry, so you get the flamers and you just roast their asses. You tell them that they're you give them like 5 million yo mama jokes and they fucking die. But instead, you're just, you don't do that. You pull out the snipers and you fucking snipe them, and then you take out a couple guys from afar. This guy knows that he's about to lose this fight, so he just bails like a little pussy. Except for this guy, I'll fucking fight you, and then he's just like, nah, man. So, we take over the middle spot again, get the generator. I'm pretty sure that's a better generator than normal. And this is getting my base. I look at the Wolverines, I see the Scorpions are tier 3 tech, and I'm just like, dicks. That sucks, so I gotta wait to get the tier 3 tech, which is not for a while here. I don't know why, but I always feel like this game's a little bit slower paced, and I accidentally put a rally point down there, which just fucked me up a little bit, and then I just dropped my ODST squad. I was like, yo, what up with it? It's like, oh shit, what up? It's that boy. I was like, yeah, damn straight. Yeah, I can't. How many memes can I fit into the one goddamn video? I don't know. So essentially, I just murder him, and I'm looking for more commander points because I want to get the Cyclops drop. Because I found out that there is no anti-vehicle anymore. It's a Cyclops is the anti-vehicle, and apparently they just rail vehicles. Like, I watched them destroy like an army of Scorpion tanks. It was pretty great. And yeah, so we're upgrading the Spartan, which is actually really cheap to upgrade, which I'm super surprised about. We're getting the advanced logistics, which makes me get the units faster, which researches, doesn't research, but you get your units faster as they come out, which ends up becoming a huge help once you get the tier 3, it gets down to 45%, which is nearly half, which is insane. I get 4 more snipers, and I want to get the advanced infantry too, but I'm like, god damn it, I'm poor. And yeah, this is still the prep phase, pretty much. Just trying to gather as many resources as you can and getting as ahead as you can. I finally got my commander point earned. And I build a generator and a supply pad there because, the more the merrier. End up don't upgrading them for fucking ever. And neural implant's a tier 3 upgrade, so that's nice. I realize that sucks. And yeah, I got my Spartan. I don't think I ever got the neural implant. I don't think I ever ends up reaching. Okay, this is when we actually take out their base, which is awesome, which is really fun to cool. It's actually pretty cool to see, because I'm like, he's got fucking choppers. I saw him come in with the choppers. I'm like, oh god, we're gonna get dicked because it's a all-purpose unit, so it sucks generally. And then I'm just sniping these guys from afar. I think about getting the Mac Blast down, but I never end up using it. Okay, speaking about Mac Blast, tier 3 Mac Blast blows. Like, they nerfed the hell out of the Mac Blast. It's only one shot now. And it just kind of sucks. And also, like, I don't know if that's the chopper from Halo 5. I haven't played Halo 5 yet, unfortunately. So I don't know if that's like an upgraded version or like a new version, but it looks really cool. I like what they did. They upgraded it, so this is supposed to, so Halo Wars takes place after Halo 5. So it's all the unit types from Halo 5, how they look, so I'm assuming that's what, it's based off of. But I don't know. I could fucking not know. Okay, this is me getting my tier 3 tech, and I was like, goddamn, finally, I get the grenade throw. We just destroyed the base, as you can see. I didn't look at it because fuck you guys, you don't deserve to look at it. I'm like, I'll take this little generator thing, just really dick them over. I'm like, oh, good, I got my ODSTs back. I'm hitting my population limit. I'm at 54 out of 60, so that means I could drop 2 ODST squads, wait 30 minutes, or fucking just upgrade to the next tier of, having 80 pop, which is really nice. Ends up helping. I'm like, well, now that I have tier 3 tech, what am I going to do? I'm going to get Scorpions. Scorpions always win because I always get dicked by Scorpions, and that's me getting the tier 2 reinforcements. And unfortunately, they only have the one. It says combat reinforcements 1, as in you can have more. I've never seen it. This guy's actually going Hornets, which is really interesting because if I'm going infantry, which I have a fuck ton of, which he should have been able to see, he'd be like, oh shit, what up? Like, I can't do that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just keep building, goddamn. I end up building Wolverines and they work fabulously. Except for right there, I got Mac Blast. You didn't see it, but I did. And I move over here trying to collect some more resources because I'm a greedy bastard. And I'm hovering at tier 3 tech. I have not built any turrets because fuck turrets. And I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I need Wolverines, but I don't have any room. And I was like, well, fuck, I gotta wait till the armory thing gets done. I'm like, oh, okay, it's almost there. Then I'm like, oh, okay, there's actually, I do end up buying the neural implant. What do you know? I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, I'm like, okay, we can get vehicle level 1. I end up getting vehicle level 3, and my vehicles just rail everyone. Because if you get ahead in this game like StarCraft, or any other kind of RTS, you get fucking very far ahead. Because you just pile on everything. You can have the better upgrades, you can have the better armor and all this shit. Not better armor, but that better attack just overall. And then you get the upgraded snipers, and then they're just like, I'm Chris Kyle, I'm gonna ruin your fucking day, and then they do. Then I got what, 7 snipers, 2 ODST, and 7 Marines right now. That's a fucking hashtag squad. I keep on thinking like, god damn it, I suck, cause like, here's a little fucking fight. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see if I can take out their base, thinking I'm all badass and shit. But then I realize that Marines suck again, and they don't fucking destroy shit. It sucks. And snipers aren't good against buildings at all either. And I didn't lose Jerome yet. I have just bought the second tier of quick research. I think I upgraded that combat station finally. I'm thinking, oh look, canister shells, 800 goddamn resources, depression nozzle, sniper. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Oh, I got the 2 commander points, and I get my fucking Mac Blast upgraded, and I get the drop the Cyclops. Dropping the Cyclops is pretty cool. It's like dropping the base, but not as much. Okay, here comes the Mac Blast. Ooh, see, Mac Blast is cool, but it's not as effective, and it doesn't fuck with your screen as much. It's kind of depressing. I got my units out of there. I only lost a couple of them. But I need to coordinate with my fucking teammate, but no, he doesn't want to. And another thing I don't understand is, the guy ends up building fucking vultures when he knows I'm building Wolverines. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna build air units because he's building anti-air units. That fucking works, right? It's like, no, that's not how anything works. I'm like, oh, I need the canister shell. I need it real bad. And then I get the combat tech, so therefore my Marines supposedly have RPGs, but that's still to be fucking determined. And there's my rally point for some goddamn reason, because I'm dumb. I don't know why I put that there. And this guy's like, oh, look, Hornets. I'm like, oh, look, Wolverines, suck a dick, sir. Yeah, and then we just got the Mac Blast level 2. I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking Mac Blast the shit off this turret, or not. Oh, there it is, I actually did it. I went for that one, but I clicked, I guess. And I'm just attacking. I still don't understand how to take out the base. I think you have to completely destroy all the buildings at first, and then you can destroy. You can't just go for the middle like you could in the other one. I'm pretty sure, or you have to destroy all the turrets. I couldn't figure it out, because I tried destroying the middle part, and they'd attack the middle, and just nothing would happen. I'm like, well, what the fuck? So I just started to attack all the buildings, and it said, this enemy base has been destroyed. It's like, thank you. I appreciate it. Canister shell. Awesome. And then I get canister shell, and then I'm finally starting to get some veterancy. I don't even have the commander point that gives me quick veterancy, so my guys are kicking ass down there, because they're, they got the tier 2 upgrades. They got the level 2 fucking shit, and then here's the cleansing beam of doom, which I guess any fucking leader can use now. It's not like you had to play as the prophet anymore. I don't get it either. And I look at my, I think there's a glitch in the game where you look at your opponent's or your teammate's screen and see how many commander points he has. And it says he had like 6 or 7. I'm like, why haven't you used any of them, you bastards? I'm like, oh, should I get a Kodiak? Kodiak sounds cool, right? And then it ends up like not doing very much, and it gets instantly destroyed because I can't micromanage worth shit on a controller. I bet the Pro controller would be good for this, because it's got all the extra buttons and shit, but it's like $100, so fuck that. So I'm thinking about, oh, should I finally upgrade this stuff? I finally upgrade that goddamn station, then we destroy the shit out that base. I, again, haven't shown you guys the cool visuals, but when we go attack the upper two bases, you'll see some cool shit. Like, we should have just gone on with this momentum and just destroyed them, because I still have, like, almost pretty much a full army with me, and then I can see their units, and my snipers are just taking pot shots at them, destroying the shit out their faces. And I'm like, oh, good, my tanks are getting done. I can build a couple more tanks. My economy's not doing the best, because, you know, you need a million fucking resources. Commander power, ready to use, and I'm like, oh, cool, I can drop some more ODST. Even though it's a little clunky, I think it would be so much better on the PC. And then I dropped the Cyclops because, you know, I don't know what the fuck they do at this point. And they just come, they're just big old fucking robots, and they drop in, they're like, yo, what up? And I was like, oh shit. And they're just like having a good old time, you know? Anyway, so I'm trying to move on, that I don't see my teammate coming with me. I'm just like, well, dude, you wanna help? The coolest thing about this game is we never get counterattacked. See, look, I was really confused. Like, what's going on? Why can't I go to my own commander power? Because I want to get my own. And I got the coolest fucking thing ever. That's the close air support. This is the ODST assault group. So it drops 2 Cyclopses, 2 ODST, and 1 fucking just dope ass Scorpion. But the only problem is it's 1,200 resources, which is a fuck ton. But it's basically like you get your army back at 16 population. So that's a huge swing of events, especially dropping that Scorpion. That Scorpion tank is nice. See, drops 1 ODST, 1 Scorpion, 1 Wolverine, and that's amazing. I don't understand how that's an assault group with a fucking Wolverine that doesn't do dick versus bases. But, you know, I'm not here to argue. The Scorpion must be there for the punch, and then I'm just like, oh, should I wait to upgrade this again to get to Command Center? I think I do, because I'm not too far away. I can't really see. Yep, yeah, I do definitely wait for this. I'm like, okay, I'll get the Command Center. I need more resources. I'm like, okay, Advanced Logistics 3, I'm super close to that. I'll wait to get that, and then I eventually do. I'm like, heavy supply pads. Don't cost any resources to upgrade, just power, which I have, like, more. You get a surplus of power. It's like when you get a surplus of Vespene gas. And if I remember from StarCraft, you want to be as efficient as possible. I am not efficient in this game yet at all. I'm just like, oh, I'll stockpile these resources, and I'll fucking buy the goddamn piece of shit upgrades when I want to. You don't have to tell me what to do, Dad. And then I'm just like, okay, whatever. It doesn't end up working too well for me. And then I'm like, oh, I got the Advanced Logistics right there. Oh, I almost bought Fortify, got the Advanced Logistics 3. I'm like, yeah, I eventually buy that event because I never did it before. I'm like, ah, fuck it, you know. And I think I pick up 2 supply pads because I was getting a little bit scarce on resources, and I ended up getting too many resources. Which, you know, can you have too many resources? Let's be real here. God, that assault group is so fucking cool. It's honestly one of the cooler parts. And I'm about to get Mac Blast just out of nowhere, which is kind of rude, because this guy just tries dropping it and Mac Blasting me. It's just like, don't be a dick, sir. And look at all those sniper rifle rounds, just ruining them. I'm like, are those Wraiths? I didn't actually get a chance to take a look. Oh, there's the Mac Blast. Kills a couple of my guys, and they assault. They flanked me, but I was like, hashtag LOL. And then I was also thinking, like, where's my fucking teammate? Like, teammate, help, 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 please. But I'm just destroying them because I think I'm pretty sure I have better upgrades than they do. I tried getting a Spartan to jack that thing. It doesn't end up working too well. And I'm waiting for the lose 16 population. I'm like, oh, I can do it, but then I jack the tank. It's like, shit. And this Vulture. Vultures are really good, apparently. It's like, the thing I do like about Halo Wars 2 better, it's not just one composition of army clashing against one composition of army. It's a mix. It's mixed race. It's awesome. It makes everything better. And then the hunters come in with their fucking witch-ass looking beams, which is weird as shit looking. And then you have all this anti-air shit going at it, all them goddamn rockets, and then boom, get the fuck out of here. And then we're gonna be like, I'm like, push! The baby's almost through, also known as fucking murdering their ass. And we're pushing through, and we're gonna be assaulting this base. This is the base that gets fucked up by the giant cleansing beam of fucking doom. I'm assuming he just got it, and he's like, you know, I'm gonna use this shit and see what happens, because we would have destroyed this base. There it is. There it fucking is. I was just like, what the fuck? And it one-shots the base! That is so incredibly overpowered. That should be a one-time use, if anything. But it shouldn't actually be a one-time use at all. It should be a no-time use, because that's overpowered as fuck. That guy, if I was him, I'd be so pissed off, because there's nothing you can do against that. There's nothing. I guess you could put a disruptor beam, I think, if that's a thing. Which I think they might have gotten rid of. But, like, that is so overpowered. That would be like going to a fucking StarCraft base and one-shotting it. Which, actually, I'm thinking about StarCraft. I kind of want to go watch some matches. I might go on Twitch after this. I might do that, yeah. So, like, that's pretty over fucking powered. Besides the fact it looked cool as shit, it's overpowered as dicks. And I think this is my failed attempt. And no, this is where you see me get circled in by the enemy fucking kill squad of goddamn helichoppas, also known as pelicans. I also haven't seen this guy drop any ODST against me, and then I decided to Mac Blast the base, which I don't think does anything. Here we go. Here's the Pelican raid, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I just sit there and just take it like a little bitch. And then my teammates just like, I'll help you, man. I'm just like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Like, this is kind of overpowered too, because it destroys one whole like front. I have 2 ODST left, and that's because they're fucking elite, and they don't give a shit. ODST don't give a shit. This is pretty much the beginning of the end though, for the other team, because I destroyed one of their full bases, and he's down to 1 base. You can't really survive off of 1 base in this game, because you need to have generators and supply pads. It's not like it's not like Halo Wars 1 where you could survive off of just supply pads, because, you know, you have a million fucking supply pads. And you could just be making the world's greatest economy equal to that of the United States. But, you know, it's cool. I think I dropped an ODST squad. No, I dropped a Cyclops over there just saying, oh shit, what up? I got 0 commander points. I forget what I end up using it on. I do get 1 more. I think I use it on like drop a turret or some shit, and I never end up using that at all. Commander point earned. What do I end up? No, I use it for Mac Blast level 3, which still sucks. Like, it's so disappointing. I used to love dropping the 4 Mac Blasts and just like basically murdering a scarab. Because what you to do, if like if it was like less than a 1-star, so if it was 1-star or less, you could 4 Mac Blast a scarab, and then you could fucking just do 1 army, like drop 10 ODST, press Y, and it'd be dead. And that was great, because people, if you play against Covenant later in the game's life, people would only be like, oh, I'm just going to build a bunch of engineers and Scarab. And it got really fucking annoying, because you could glitch some maps where you could only attack it with like air units, and it could just attack your base, but none of your units could attack it. It got real annoying after a while, and I wasn't having it. But I haven't even seen a fucking Scarab in this game. I don't know if it's a thing. I don't know. You know, it could be a fucking myth. Who knows? I'm just like, oh shit, build some tanks and build some Kodiaks. I'm just like, build all the things. I end up building all the things, so that's nice. I'm just like thinking, well, what if they have a second base over here? So I go explore, thinking that I have got my full population, because, you know, I have 61 out of 80. Then I realize that, again, it's queued up, so what you have in queue, it counts as for population. So I forget about that, and I do that, and I go over there. I think I get railed. I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to take a look here. And also, there's no upgrades for the Kodiak nor the Wolverine. I'm hoping or thinking that they'll have some more upgrades for that, because they were kind of underpowered, to say the least. Because there was an activated ability for the Wolverine that would just destroy bases, because it's the volley ability, and it would just murder everything in sight. It was pretty great. And I'm just like, thinking, oh shit, that's a lot of stuff. I'm just like, bail! Fucking get the fuck out! And then I lose one of the tanks because the Spartan jacks it, and you can't really do anything about it at that point. And that makes me just sad in the pants. Like, full on flaccid, like, no bueno. And also, was he using flamers? I couldn't tell. Yeah, those look like flamethrower units. I actually didn't even notice that. At this point, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go full on tank and not even give a shit about infantry until I eventually build some more, because I had extra population. But, like, you eventually move on from your infantry to your hashtag, like, tanks and shit, and they just get better. And I haven't gotten even tier 2 infantry yet. Oh, here we go. Here's building some Cyclops. I actually built like 6 Cyclopses here. The max out. I don't know if you're going to call that infantry. I guess it is an infantry unit, so we can call it that. But they end up helping me so much. Because actually understanding, like, hey, you got to build anti-this, anti-that, anti-this actually really helps. People don't seem to do that ever that I've played. Well, mostly because I'm still in placement matches. I'm probably playing against all the scrub lords. Hashtag 420 MLG Blaze It. Like, I don't fucking understand why people don't build more Cyclopses, because they're pretty dope. And if what I just did is, that's the animation for when you take over a base. Or not a base, a tank with a unit that is a Spartan. And then also, if you saw there for a brief second, that's what the shield looks like for the Covenant nowadays. And this is him trying to push onto another base. He's got a bunch of people garrisoned up here, which is a great strategy, because you can see from the high ground to the low ground, but the people on the low ground can't see you. So it's kind of like the, episode 3 of Star Wars, where Obi-Wan's like, it's over, I have the high ground. Then Anakin's like, don't fucking talk to me like that, you douche. And he's like, what? And then he just chops his legs off. That's kind of how that went. So this guy just gets absolutely railed. I'm just like, this game's gonna go on for fucking ever. I'm thinking it's like 25 minutes. I'm still recording this. Like, how much longer is this gonna go? I'm like, I gotta end this. I gotta go man mode and just like say, hey, I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. I don't give a fuck. So I just go attack his base. And there's the anti-infantry like vehicle, which is the Kodiak, which is just long-range artillery, which looks cool as fuck. I cannot wait to. If I'm going to play this anymore, which I might not since it's over in 2 days. I cannot wait to just have lines of them and just watch huge swells of ODST just get fucking ruined. Their whole lives. And this is where I Mac blast it. In Halo Wars 1, if this was happening, it would be full on lag. You couldn't do very much, and it's no lag whatsoever. And it's just beautiful. This game is absolutely beautiful and stunning to look at. I really dig it. And that's me dropping the ODST Assault Squad, which helps me so fucking much in this. It actually turns the tide of battle because it gets me a Wolverine, which ends up destroying the fuck out of that Vulture. And there's a little bit of lag there, the classic Halo Wars lag, where it just sits there and does nothing, and then you're just like, did I win? And then it's just like, no, you did not win. And this is him dropping his Pelican fucking barrage again, but I actually realized what's going on this time, and I'm just like, bail! Get the fuck out! And I'm lost pretty much all my units at this point. I'm just like, god damn it, we're at this point fucking again. So what I do is just rebuild my army. Then I'm looking at, what the hell is that thing? I thought that was like a black box from Halo 1, or Halo Wars 1. But I'm thinking, since I destroyed his army, he can't have that much, right? So I just go to attack his shit. I was like, yeah, buddy, I'm gonna go destroy his base. And then my teammate ends up destroying the red base, and this is how we win. We basically do a pincer attack. There's a single vulture left. Ruining my day. I think I drop a Cyclops here. It doesn't do very much. I'm only at 34 population. I'm just like, oh shit, I need some more guys. But at this point, I've got like 3,000 resources. I could build whatever the fuck I want. I should have taken down like the field armory because I didn't need it anymore. I know, not, what's it called? Armory now? I think it's just called Armory. Yeah, I should have taken down the Armory and then built another garage and done double production. But I'm not being too smart. Okay, so this is a fully upgraded base, I'm pretty sure, and I'm just like trying to strafe around these fucking turrets because the turrets are disgusting. But after a while, they don't attack me. Something happens and the turrets don't shoot at me anymore. I don't understand what happens. They just stop. These are the worst turrets ever. They're the most lazy-ass turrets. I think that guy just got nuked down again from that cleansing beam of fucking doom, which is the... Honestly, if I get murdered by that, I'm going to be salty as a bitch, because that's not fair. Like, I'm glad it worked, and I'm glad that's the reason we won, essentially, but, like, I'm not okay with that. Like, I would have rather had the long haul, like, stuck my dick in these guys and won. You know what I mean? And then I just get the Battle Hardened, which lets me get veterancy, quicker veterancy, every single star you get in Halo Wars 1 gave you a 15% more attack, damage, health, whatever. You know, whatever the fuck you want to say. It just made them 50% better. 15% better. I'm not sure how it works in this game. And yeah, if you look at that turret in the bottom left, it's just chilling. It's like, what up, homie? I'm just like, oh no shit, how you doing? He's just like, you know, just turreting around, watching you destroy my base. And I'm just attacking the middle like, why is this taking so long? Why is this taking so long? And there's a gray bar in the middle, so I'm assuming you have to destroy all the buildings around it, which is kind of annoying. But now that I understand that, I'll just focus down one building at a time. And maybe I should have focused down the production buildings, but then again, he decides to build Hornets when I bring in Wolverine, so I'm just like, well, that's pretty lucky. And there's also some huge ass explosions coming out of nowhere, not too sure where those are coming from. Another enemy base is destroyed. They say an enemy base is destroyed, even though if you destroy one of those mini bases, which is essentially just the single buildings, which are always fun to destroy. And this guy's dropping in a Pelican, maybe? I'm not too sure what that is, honestly. Pelicans look really cool. I never used the Pelican ability that much in Halo Wars 1 because it was kind of a big piece of shit. And here I come destroying their base. You can see the wear and tear coming on the base. The cool part is Red actually comes down. Since Red's all of his bases have been eliminated, that means he's got that 60-second timer to find a base to destroy whatever you need to, you know. And then here comes Red trying to like do what he wants. He's got a couple Warthogs and a couple fucking infantry units, Marines. I'm like, oh shit, I thought my tanks were fucked at this point, so I'm like, just fight, men! Fight! And I used the canister shell ability, which I think was that one right there, but he ends up getting eliminated, so I get saved by the bell, essentially. Hashtag everything that has to do with that. And then these guys are going to come counterattack my base when I've been like, oh, you guys are a bunch of dicks. But it ends up nothing happening because he gets eliminated right there, and you can see him stop. It's so sad. It's like he must have been like, no, god damn it, I was so close. And this is when we're about to win. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Tank? I was actually looking for the I didn't understand that he got eliminated. I didn't know what that meant at first. I'm like, is he gone or did I win? So I just like go looking for him and I don't end up finding anything. I'm just like, oh guys, just turn around and destroy the shit out this base. And then see, there's only the one generator left and it gets destroyed. And then it's just like, enemy base destroyed. You did it. Like, yay, we're the greatest ever. Then like, well, shit, now we gotta go look for the last base because I assumed the game would end right there, but there's the 60-second timer. So one of my final thoughts: the Halo Wars 2 beta blows. Would I buy this game? No. Would not buy it day one. Well, I have to destroy this base because it's different. It's a little too different. I don't like that. There's a lot of praise for it. That I played the deathmatch. It's about 20 times better, but I still will not buy it. I would have to keep playing it a little bit more. But essentially, the deathmatch is so much better. Like, if you didn't like Ricochet, play the deathmatch. Thank you very much for watching. I'm out. You guys are awesome. Like, follow, subscribe, suck a dick. See you guys later.